Today what we are going to discuss. So today's para is lightning strike incident. Let's try to understand what this para is about to say. A drop in the incidence of lightning strikes could impact the frequency of wildfires, especially in tropical regions. It could also lower the incidence of lightning strikes to infrastructure and affect how greenhouse gases in the atmosphere contribute to climate change. So what we're gonna do, we just quickly skim and scan what this para is talking about. This para is talking about fewer lightning strikes may mean fewer wildfires and less damage to infrastructure. Scientists developed a new way to predict lightning by tracking how ice particles move in storm clouds, which helps explain how lightning forms. Right? Let's quickly move to the blanks. So very first blank, where we are having impact dash the frequency of wildfires. We do have options which are for, about, on, to. If we just try to see what does it mean by for. For implies benefit or purpose, not casual effect. Right? For example, the vaccine was developed for children. This course is for beginners. It's not a correct option for this blank. Next one is about. As we all know, about describes a topic, not an effect or influence. For example, she spoke about climate solutions. This film is about resilience. Not a correct option here. Let's move to the next one, which is on. The phrase impact on is a standard collocation. It's used when describing the effect something has on another thing. And grammatically, we say impact as a noun typically takes the preposition on, but in recent usage, impact as a verb, as here, can also take on. So on is a correct option for this first blank. But let's move to the next one and try to understand why we are not choosing to. To indicates direction or recipient, not influence. For example, he donated money to charity. Send the report to HR. So the correct option is on. Let's move to the next one. Dash traditional calculations of lightning flashes at the global scale. So what are the options? Unlike, unless, except, besides. Unlike. The word unlike is a standard comparative structure. It's used when contrasting one thing with another that differs significantly. Grammatically, we say unlike is followed by a noun or noun phrase and highlights what distinguishes two ideas. So this is a correct option. If we try to understand with other examples, unlike older designs, the new model has smart sensors. Unlike previous results, these show clear improvement. So this is a correct option. But let's move towards others and try to understand why we are not choosing these options. Unless mean that indicates a condition, not comparison, right? For example, you won't pass unless you study. She won't come unless invited. Next one is except, excludes rather than compares. What does it mean? Everyone came except Joe. We accept all applications, or we accept all applicants except those under 18. Now next one is besides. Besides adds information, not contrasts. Besides maths, he studies physics. Besides being skilled, she is very kind. Makes sense. So the correct option is unlike. Let's move to the next one. Electrical charges dash up in these ice particles. There could be a chances that we are having another collocation or phrasal verb make sense with up. Let's try to understand with the options. So we do have options rise, build, raise, arise. Rise refers to upward motion, not accumulation. The sun rises at 6 a.m. Smoke rises from the fire. So rise is not a correct option. Build with up. The phrase build up is a standard phrasal verb. It's used when describing something that accumulates gradually or intensifies over time. Grammatically, build up functions as an intransitive verb, often used to describe natural, progressive processes. Makes sense. For example, tension builds up before a storm. Dust can build up in machinery. Build is the right option. Next, we are having raise. Raise is a transitive verb, requires an object. They raised the flag. She raised her voice. Raise is not a right option. Arise, used for abstract emergence, not physical buildup. For example, problems may arise unexpectedly. New ideas often arise during discussion. Correct? So which one is the right one? Build up in these ice particles. Next one is, and in cold water droplets and soft hail formed inside clouds. These dash during storms. What? Let's try to understand what are the options here. So our options are discharge, discharged, are discharging, are discharged. Discharge is an active voice. We often use discharge in active voice, mismatched with passive structure. So here we are having a passive structure. The machine discharges water. The volcano discharges ash. So it's not a correct option here. Next one is discharged. Simple past suggests a single event. He was discharged yesterday. The battery discharged quickly. Not a correct option here. Next one is are discharging. Ongoing present, less formal, and emphasizes activity. They are discharging pollutants. The system is discharging excess energy. Not a correct fit here. Let's move to the next one. Are discharged. So the phrase are discharged is a standard passive construction. It's used when describing energy or substances being released. Grammatically, if we're gonna say the passive voice emphasizes the fact on the subject, which is typical in scientific writing. So are discharged does make sense here. These are discharged during storms, giving rise to lightning flashes and thunder. And that's it for today.